Okay, I think I'm good. Okay, I think I'm good. I am. Awesome. I just had to double check on the phone. So we are good. I do need to fix one thing. Um, need to fix the chat, the kick chat. It's being silly. I wonder if I can fix it on the computer real fast. Doesn't look like it's gonna let me fix it really easily. All right, let's see if that works. Maybe. I'm gonna do one quick thing. I need that messages to go away because that's kind of annoying. So I'll address that in just a second, guys. Um, I don't know on there. Okay, let's see if this fixes it. Hopefully it does. I'm gonna do one quick test since having that on the screen. Oh, nice, my door just broke. No worries. Well, it helps if I can spell, but whatever. No worries. We're going to call this good regardless. And if it stays stuck up there, I'll just end up moving it down. So we will call this good enough. How's that sound? Good enough. Good enough for government work. So what's up, guys? I hope you're having a wonderful rest of the day. It is, I have no idea what day of the week it is. Today is Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday. And the current temperature here in Flat Top is about 62 degrees or about 16°C. So beautiful, lovely day. Yeah, see, I don't know what's going on there. I'm going to move that because it's kind of annoying. Let's move it right there, maybe. Still got some playing around to do with getting everything with Kick to work right. But regardless, if you're new to watching me stream, my name's Doc. So I live here in a little town called Flat Top. So I'm a director of a nonprofit. We teach basic farming. We're pretty much, the easiest way to refer to it is I am the kindergarten of farming. So if you know nothing about farming, gardening, all that kind of stuff, why is that making the beeping noise? You know nothing about farming, gardening, anything like that, glad you're here. Be more than happy to teach you some of the ways, some of the tricks, and some of the funness. So anyways, let's get back to what you're really here for. But to see the animals. We got guineas. Oh, we got a duck carrying an old broken egg. Must be a rotten egg. Oh. Must be a rotten egg that she's eating. Oh, gimbal is not gimbling well right now. So, okay, so let's see. The first thing, what's the first thing we want to work on today? Let's go get some. Let's go get some feed for the outside guys. And we'll go, oh, I'll show you guys while we're heading up to the Kuppenheimer barn. I want to show you the latest thing that we are starting to put together. So this little shelter you see right here, we are going to modify this, and this is going to be the new silky enclosure. So have to do some leveling off and such like that. I want to thank Lisa's brother Mark. He donated this to us so that we can have more structures here at the farm lab. So anyways, we're probably gonna put some boards up around there. We'll put some fencing in there. We'll put some fencing on top, and we'll redo a different roof. That's kind of the plan. We'll peek over, hopefully, maybe tomorrow if the weather's suitable. We're gonna get here and check out the bees. We're gonna come here and say hi to the bees right now, see what's going on. Everything's looking good so far with the bees. I'm not complaining. I need to get in here. I need to see what they're doing. These guys are currently, this was the walkaway split that I did about 2 weeks ago. So there should be a queen in there. We will see. We will see. Hopefully so. That's the plan, I hope. So let's get into the barn. Let me get my feed and such organized, so that we can get the feed and such in place. Around while I collect everything. Oh, thanks, duck. Duck saw me here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go get some feed in the container, so I can get it organized, so we can get everybody fed outside, and then we'll come back in here and get everybody fed in here. I usually do the inside guys first and the outside guys second. So we're going to shake it up a little bit so that those guys don't feel so left out. Alas, Lisa did not leave me any scoopers. So now I have to figure out where she put any of the scoopers. I just need one. We've got like 5 of them. There we go. 1, good enough. I found the scooper. One of the most important things on the farm is you need to try to stay as organized as possible, and we are absolutely horrid at it. So one of the things we're really working on that we've been doing, I've been doing a good job of organizing things, keeping everything the way it needs to be organized. But we're still slacking in ways. A lot better than we were, but still slacking in other ways. So let's go over to the other barn. Some other feed to get for the bunny feed. So here is the handy run. This is another one of our structures. I gotta put this up here. So I'm gonna set you guys right here for just a second so you guys can say hi to all of the ducks and everyone while I'm getting the feed, because this is probably more exciting to watch the ducks than it is to watch me. So if you're wondering, why does everything look the way it looks, is one of the things that we strive on is doing everything on a budget, using what I refer to as Appalachian wisdom, is use what you got, because there might be a time that you can't just go out and buy new. So if you have something used, old, broken, way to recycle it, way to modify it, and make things function the way you need them to be. So I'm gonna leave this in here. Let me give everybody out here a little bit of snacks, because they are Okay, awesome. Let's continue on to, oh, well, I grabbed one of the feed. It's best if I grab the other feeds. So this is the Kuppenheimer barn that you see there. Well, it is about, I think it's about 12 years old now. So that was me and Lisa and some help from some of our friends and her family and that kind of stuff. We built that building. So it's built mostly of wooden pallets. We have a total investment in that building of under $800. So, and it is, the size is about 25 by 25, 25 feet by 25 feet. So a lot of, like I said, the pallets are all recycled, and the wood, with the exception of the roof, is repurposed. The stuff that holds up the main foundations and such of the roof and such like that, the roof beams and stuff, that's not, that was a high quality, you know, brand new wood, because we do want to make sure that it doesn't fall in on itself. So there are things that you don't cut corners on. But we can talk more about that. If you guys have questions about that, you guys are welcome to ask questions. Join the Discord, which is discord.gg/xdrfirefly, which I am surprised. I think I clicked something out. Let me figure out what is going on, because I don't see the other chat coming in at the moment. I've screwed that one up. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so these guys are going to need water. Ah, there we go. I was making sure that the other chat was working right. I think it was too far buried down. One day in a perfect world, everything will be renegotiated back into just one easy chat line. But at least I can read Kick's chat now, where in the past I was unable to do that. So thanks, a shout out to I can't remember what their name is on Discord or here on Kick, but somebody on Kick is the one that showed me how to use the new they showed me where to add the chat and the follower count and all that kind of stuff. I will post their name in the chat later today to thank them for giving me all the information I needed to make sure I can incorporate that in. So really, if you're wondering, you're just here with me as we feed the animals and just give me something to chit chat about. And you guys get to see what it's like to just feed the chickens and just little basics, you know, just a very basic level of what it's like to be on a farm. And just little simple chores. So most of the time the chores are going to be let's feed the chickens, but sometimes we'll do a variety of other type of chores. Some of the chores might be if we're building something, that's always a fun chore to just watch and ask questions. When we clean out the barn, you guys get to see how much fun it is to clean. Also, if you want to see young silkies, here's a young silkie trying to fly out of my hands. She is hungry, so that's why she is kind of acting up, but she's calming down now. But silkies, love silkies. If you are going to raise chickens, they're one of the best starter chickens to raise. They have lots of reasons. One, they've got big personality. They're pretty good egg layers. But you will not find a better incubator. They will incubate any egg for you, from quail to duck to pretty much, if they can figure out a way to sit on it, they will try to incubate it. That's why I like silkies. That's one of their biggest perks. I really didn't fix the chat with. Gonna have to figure out how to fix that chat in Kick. So By the way, guys, tonight at about 9 or so Eastern time, we'll be doing our stream teaching. We're going to be oh, right on the ground. We'll be doing the stream teaching where we're going to continue on talking about gardening, different types of gardening techniques. We're taking a garden master permaculture class, and you guys get to come along on the journeys. And that is we do that every Thursday night. Like I said, when the weather's permitting, today would have been an okay day to do it because it doesn't look like it's going to rain at all. But when the weather's permitting, we do a weekly bee inspection. That is the Be Aware class. I try to do it on Sundays, but then I also pay attention to the weather report because knowing what the weather report is and knowing what the weather is far more important than being able to just get into, because bees do not actually like to, they get very angry if you open them up when it's raining or when it's about to rain, if the humidity is wrong, if the barometric pressure is wrong. And I like to gently keep my bees. I like to be as calm. I like to be as calm as possible and as natural. I pretty much wear goggles. Pretty much it. I don't like wearing a lot of stuff around bees. If I'm raising bees and they're super angry and that kind of stuff, then that is not bueno, and it's not what I'm looking for. So, trying to raise super calm, chill bees. Okay, let's go get the other bunnies fed as we continue on over this way. By the way, guys, I want to thank for all the people that started following me today. I had a awesome mad rush of people starting following me here on Kick. I've been streaming on here for a little while. Not really since the beginning, I can say. I might have an account since the beginning, but I just recently, probably in the last like month and a half or so, is when I started doing the streaming on the Kick. So here's the bunny apartments. We're going to sit you guys up here so you guys can see the bunny apartments. This is one of the big jobs. This is one of the big jobs that I need to be doing in just a little bit, is I have to be de-winterizing these, getting these guys ready, completely cleaned out, see what needs to be fixed in the cages, get these guys a little outside time because we have little areas so that they get to have some outside time, run around. But other than that, these are mostly our male bunnies. We do have a handful of free range bunnies that run around and such. Of course, if you free range bunnies, you do expect over time you end up having less and less bunnies. But free range bunnies are cool. And a lot of the free range bunny, we didn't initially start off as having free range bunnies. They just kind of it just kind of turned out that way. You guys can see the ducks and the guineas are hanging out, knowing what I'm doing here. So animals get into routines. That is why we try to feed them within the same hour range or so every day, somewhere in the between the, I'd say the 3 to 5 range. So I joke around with people and say that we are a second shift or third shift farmers. Me and Lisa do most of our farming stuff in the late afternoon, early evenings. We found that works really well with our personalities and such like that. Hi, Apollo. Here, you guys want to see Apollo? Here is Mr. Apollo. So during the winter months, he gets to live inside. He didn't get to live inside that much this year because we rescued some new dogs, and we wanted to make sure that we got used to the dogs first before we had the bunnies and such. He wants in there for food. Let's get you back in here, Apollo, so I can get you some food. There you go. And then Apollo lives with his girlfriend Cindy. They're the those are the two rabbits that you see on the screen if you follow the 24. If you follow when I'm not doing this and you see the camera and everything live, that is that's what you're looking at there. Those are who you're watching and such like that. I'll be redoing the cameras soon. I'm slowly tweaking them now, but as I move cages and as we get things in and out, we'll be moving around where everybody lives. And so because we'll be doing that, it's a good idea to change the camera angles, change them up, make them a little bit more interesting. And so on. So we'll come back and get these guys water in a bit. Let's go over and grab the chicken feed that I left sitting over there. Silly me. And then we will go get everybody fed. And then we'll go for a little walk. And since watering is boring and I don't have the waterers with me right now, I will just water them after I'll just water them after we're done going on our little adventure today. Need to get some guys outside. So let me put some feed down for these guys out here. There we go. So soon, there's and it'll be a stream because you guys might find it really intriguing. Very soon, we'll be removing all the cages out of here in a complete clean of the barn, which is a multi-day job. But everybody's going outside, and then we're gonna do some big deep cleaning, seeing what needs to be repaired in the barn, because that's something that we always have to pay attention to every year. Is what kind of things are working, what kind of things do we need to get repaired. And so right now I'm trying something different. I'm making foundations for all of the chickens outside this year and putting them on foundations. That way, two things. It should help out with any type of possible flooding that we've had in the past. You guys get a nice duck in your. You guys get a nice duck butt. And she also undid the light while we were at it. Okay, come on, girl. Oh, here comes another. Okay. I need to put this someplace else, otherwise they will knock it over for me, because ducks are just cool like that. If they see a camera or something, it's just all about just knocking it over. So what was I saying before that? So got a lot of get all the cages taken out, then we're going to completely clean it out. Well, the good thing is any of the stuff that's on the floor, any of the leftover hay, any of the other stuff that needs to be cleaned over, that is perfect for future garden plots. So it's almost like they've made compost for us. So we'll have all that we'll be able to put into all the cages. Not all the cages. All the gardens that we take out of the cages. and trying to use anything, utilizing everything. So view nothing as a waste product. Use everything that is here. Okay, buddy, okay. Panicky chicken. So here's one of the roosters. One of the roosters. He's still a little, if you see, he's a little fluffed up like that. He's still a little, from falling out and jumping out, still a little fluffed, but he's hungry, so let's get in here and get him something to eat. It's funny, you rile up one chicken and they all get riled up and crazy. And it can be a circus. Or just, you know, a barnyard, because roosters, regardless of what anybody tells you, roosters crow all the time. Okay. Oh, so those that might want to see the food mix, well, he wants to see the food mix, but the food mix is mostly corn, a little bit of seeds, and a little bit of corn and some seeds and some sunflower seeds. It is more of a natural mix than a lot of the other feed that you have. Part of the reason I mix my own, so we buy feed and then we buy a variety of different types of feed, and then we kind of mix it our own. I've over the years have tweaked it to figure out what is the best for having chicken families, because some are really good for laying hens, some are really good for hens that are sitting on babies, and some are really good for, and other mixes are good for just raising roosters. And so I found what is the best way that I can add all of those together and what is good for the bulk of my chickens, and that is what I have found out. The mix that I make up, it's 3 parts of the bird seed that I get at a particular place and 1 part of like loam mesh. And I found that that is the best makeup for my guys. So now I mostly raise bantams for in here. The ducks and a few of the large chickens, they actually get to go around in free range. But the majority of everybody else is in here. Now again, all these cages are modular. That's why they're built in giant squares. They will actually be taken outside as we get things accomplished. But again, what we're doing this year is, because in the past we have not, we have kind of changed up the way we were doing things. We built new structures or repurposed areas for different things, and so they can't go back to where they were in the past. So I'm making more permanent locations that have multiple uses, and so they will, as soon as we have the opportunity, they will be going out for that purpose. Okay. Let's see. Now to the bunnies, because everybody in here has been fed. So in here we have 4 bunnies in here. These 2 guys that are in this cage, those bunnies are rescue bunnies. They have had some issues. The one has a teeth problem, and the other one is just all around. It's just not the most healthy of bunnies. That's part of the reason we rescued him. He's just had some he's had some issues in the past, and so we're just giving him the extra attention and trying to make it so that he can live the best quality life possible. Really, guys, you're gonna fight right here? So. Okay, let's go outside and go for a short little walk. I want to show you guys my gardens that we're putting in, and we'll talk a little bit more about other things that we do here in the farm lab. So my farm lab is roughly about a half acre. Sylvia, our pig, which maybe she is probably in her piggy spa, and she is in her piggy spa. So I will show you Sylvia down in the piggy spa. If you can see the pig, you can see Sylvia right there. So she is a 600-pound pig laying in her piggy spa, chilling out. I'll be feeding her later. So we're gonna head on back through the back way. But anyways, we have the farm lab sits on roughly about half acre, maybe a little bit more, completely fenced in. That's mostly where the chickens and ducks and the pigs live and the rabbits, and then some other little herb gardens and such like that. We're heading back this way. This is the back path. This back path leads to the just-in-time garden, the market garden, which is now I'm referring to as a victory garden, and my three sisters' garden, plus the fruit orchard, and then homes of where we're going to have the greenhouse and a few other things. Also, while we're up here, we can peek down and look at the hayfield, and you guys can see how good the hayfield and how lovely the hayfield is this year. So there is the hayfield. Very exciting. Hopefully we get good quality hay from that this year. So this is in my pre-orchard. So all of these little trees, some of them grown from seeds, some that I buy every year. So one of the things that one piece of advice I can give you is, besides fencing is probably the most important thing that you can get on a farm. The next most important thing is start growing fruit trees, because they take so long, and you will think that past you is a genius if you start planting fruit trees now. You'll look back on it in 10 years and be like, man, I was so awesome back then. So let's do, this is a good spot to do a quick little 360 panoramic so you guys can just see what Flat Top, West Virginia is like. There's the church, and then there's my house, which is a Queen Anne Victorian named Mavis Manor. That leads back to the farm. There's a pileated woodpecker up there. So that's the mountain. You can't quite tell, but the incline goes up there, and then it goes a little bit more, and the incline continues on. That is the top of Flat Top Mountain. That is the old turnpike, which we'll walk at some point in another show. This is my larger garden plot. And then these are some of my experimental garden plots. So that is my market garden, victory garden, and these are my just-in-time garden. And then we're going to go right down there and check out the Three Sisters. We'll continue on this way. I want to see, I probably have to come in and water this evening because it doesn't look like it's going to rain. So this is the area that I quote unquote burnt on accident purpose earlier the year. So it's coming back very nicely. Worked out very well, actually. It was an accident, Wind got out of hand, but it's okay. No harm, no foul. No one got hurt, and I got everything I needed to burn. So I wanted to show you this. This is cool. This is kale. And if you peek down right here, you can see a lot of the kale is starting to come up. So excited. That is of this little part right here. The kale is looking good. Right here is the first time I've seen this. Whoa, what you doing? Let me give this another minute. Okay. Right there is my peaches and cream corn. When the camera wants to show you right there. That's the peaches and cream corn. So I'm going to have some corn rows up here, which will be good to see that that's coming up. I don't see any sunflowers coming up on the sunflower row yet. These with the bottles are watermelons. Hey, I'm missing a thing there, a jug. So here's some peppers. We have some cabbage inside this black. Again, always trying different interesting ways to grow a variety of stuff. It's all about experimental. It's not about doing things the same way all the time. It's all about trying new different ways. Since the purpose is teaching, we're trying lots of different ways to teach you and teach folks how to grow. Yesterday, I'll walk over here and show you guys this. So this plot yesterday is I planted beans and zucchini, I believe. Beans and zucchini here with the hopes that it's going to grow up on these ropes. This has a lot of potatoes. This is working on my no-till. Again, we try lots of different techniques, no-till being one of them. These are row gardens. So they're nice, small little rows. This row right here, that is full of all rose bushes. This is full of German seeds, which are German pumpkins. This is one of the potato patches. And you might look at this and say, well, there's a lot of weeds in there. And I just like, that's okay. And sometimes weeds are not as harmful as people initially think they are. So this is my asparagus patch. With this, mostly what I'm doing here with the asparagus, we'll come in here and just show you some asparagus. This is the asparagus right here. So with the asparagus, I'm really just wanting this to get the seed. I'm wanting this to just get well established. I planted this asparagus last year, and the main goal is to just build this up as a nice, healthy, strong patch. My dad really enjoys growing tomatoes. So these are the tomatoes. And then over here is the Three Sisters. And here's a great example right here on the end to show you two of the Three Sisters. So if we look right here, you can see the corn. It's growing up right here in the middle. And then we have, these are peas, and these peas, as they grow, will attach to the corn, and both of these will grow up together. And then in the gaps, like right there in the gaps and such like that, is where the pumpkins should start growing. And then you can tell there's mounds. So this is this is my first attempt to doing the mounds in this way. So it'll be very interesting to see how this works out. So let's walk over this way, and we'll do a quick little walk around before we finish. It's a beautiful day, actually. It turned out to be absolutely lovely. What I say, it's 16C or about 62 or so. I think that's about right. This is my apple tree, a prominent Granny Smith apple right here at the end, leading you into the just-in-time garden. I'm going to spin around so you can see. So the purpose of that is to that's going to be a magnificent tree here to like lead you into this beautiful garden area in the future. So some more trees right here. Here is the cemetery, and our family cemetery will be right next to this one on the other side of this fence. Probably at some point in my life, I'll be planted somewhere right there in a long time from now. So you can see the multiflora rose. These are the junk roses that most people don't like. But what's so nice about the multiflora rose this time of year is while they're junk roses, the smell of roses outside is just absolutely spectacular. With this gentle breeze, it just has a really nice, very light, but very nice rose perfume everywhere. So in the hayfield's looking very good. We're getting really close to harvest time. Really want to let the seeds pop out to reseed it well, and then harvest it. And then I do need to do some TLC. There's the hayfield needs a little bit of work. I need to spend some quality time with it to improve the hay quality. What I do like is some of the multiflora rose, some of them are white, and then some of these are this beautiful like peachy pink color. So almost the same color as the chat, the kick chat. I think that's kind of cool. Red-winged blackbirds are not happy with me right now. Must be getting close to their nest. So we're walking around this way. One, so I can show you more of my hayfield. Two, you guys couldn't really see the mountain view from back that way. So this should lead to making you see the mountain view a little bit easier. And plus, it's just always nice to go for a walk. So this is what you see here is this will be choke cherries, which choke cherries make really good cough medicine. Also, if you like that dark cherry taste, you can turn the choke cherries when they turn into choke cherries and make a tincture out of that and turn it into a syrup. It makes really, really tasty cherry syrup, or use it for cough medicine. Whatever you think that you need to do. So we're going to stand right here. We are going to turn around and do a slow pan. So if you see behind my house, you can see where that particular part of Flat Top Mountain is. That is right there is the tallest part of Flat Top Mountain. Right up there where all those towers are and such like that. And then up there it flattens out and such. So we'll go up there one day for a walk. You can stand up there and you can see into Virginia. You can see East River Mountain. Plus it's just a spectacular view. Really fun.